Oh yeah, quite a few people saying
Hello.
no sound.
Try that one.
Okay, so let us know. Okay, we've got a few comments saying no sound. Soon as we can get someone to say we've got some sound, that would be amazing. So just drop us a comment if you can hear me. No, still got no sound, unfortunately. Oh yes, Adette says yes, the sound. Brilliant. Okay, that sounds like we're back in touch. Okay. Um, okay, I think we've got sound. Sound's back. Fabulous. Thank you, Lorraine. Thank you, Lou. Thank you, everyone. Um, brilliant. Okay. We've got back on track. So everything I said within the past couple of minutes, never mind. But as I was saying, we have got a fabulous show lined up for you. After this one, we've got the airbrush show, which I'm going to be going through with all brand new products on the, well, not all brand new, but lots of brand new products for you. A fabulous brand new cleaning pieces of equipment on the airbrush show at 11 o'clock. But first, I'm going to take you through the download archive. Now, this here is 1,000 backgrounds from Kitten Kaboodle. It is a massive download of 1,000 images, 1,000 backing papers. So you've got texture, marbling, colorways, polka dots, ditzy design, dainty design, baroque, surface pattern, prints, all of that is in here for you. Now here at Highlight Crafts, within the past, 4 years, we've not shared this with you. I have never even seen this before up until working with it. So you're going to love it. You're going to absolutely love this. It's volume 1 from Kitten Kaboodle, so a brand that you know and love, a brand that's here at Highlight Crafts, but a download that was launched a fair few years ago. And as we have done with quite a few of our shows now, because there's so many of you that are joining us every day, it's nice to be able to actually revitalise those products that you may have never even had the opportunity to see. And it seems such a waste to launch a product and then it sort of sit to one side and forgotten about, whereas there's still loads of people that might want the opportunity to be able to get hold of it. So what we've done is done our archive show with Kitten Kaboodle today. So a resurgence of 1,000 backgrounds. There's loads on here. I'm going to go through the details in a moment and how to shop, but if you were to print out all of those designs, I have got 1,000 pages right here. Print, and this is how much you would have, okay, if you were to print out this entire download. It is massive. There's 1,000 A4 sheets there. But before I get into the price, because the price is ridiculous, it's 30 quid, I'm going to share with you how to shop, okay? Oh, Elizabeth says need to get more coffee. Elizabeth, I've got mine. Got my coffee here. I've already had one this morning. I'm on a roll with my coffees. But before we get started, here is how to shop with us at Highlight Crafts. It's super simple, super easy. All you need to do is join us either on Facebook, Instagram, the Highlight Crafts website, or you can also watch us on YouTube. Now, on Facebook and Instagram, there are 2 shoppable social media platforms. So in the comments underneath the video is where you'll type your shop code comments. So for example, that download, the brand new one, is shop download for you. Okay, shop download is a code that you would need to type into the comments and automatically will add it to your basket. Now, that's the same for Instagram as well if you're joining us there. And what will happen as soon as you type that shop code into the comments is you'll automatically receive a direct message. Now, that direct message will land in your inbox and that'll be on either platform that you're joining us on. And inside there will be a link and a reservation code. Now, in that link, click on it, it'll redirect you straight over to the Highlight Crafts website, and when you get to the website you'll see your basket filled with all of the items that you've shopped ahead for during the show, which is like magic really. It's amazing. So you'll type shop codes multiple times and we'll send you the messages and it will all be collated together. Now when you get to the website, just make sure to log into your Highlight Crafts account before you check out your order. With a download, there's no postage, so it's sent to you for free essentially, because you've got no postage incurred, there's no additional cost in there. It's a download, it's going to be with you today. You can craft with it as I'm sharing it with you. So that's a brilliant benefit. But being part of the Highlight Crafts Club member means that if you've got any physical product in your basket and that basket spend comes to £35 or more, you're going to get free shipping, okay? So free postage on that basket, which is amazing. So make sure to log in. You're also going to get discounts every single time you log in and check out. There's also points to be built up as well, and you'll be able to spend those points on future purchases. So there's all that to look forward to. We're also streaming live on the website. You can join us there. You can shop ahead as well, which is fabulous. You can go to today's deals, shop ahead of all of the shows that you've got coming up today, which is really exciting. And we're streaming live on YouTube. Right, okay, so we're going to get into it. I've got loads of hellos coming through as well. Mrs. H, good morning to you. Good morning, Lynn. Good morning, everybody. Yes, sorry about the sound, everyone. I hope it's all sorted now for you and it sounds okay. Good Good morning, Marina, Elspeth, Lorraine, Wendy, Aileen. Aileen. And we've also got Gordon, we've got Marina, we've got Diane, Leslie, Christina, Sandra, Carol, David, Tracy, Elaine, Janet, Maureen, Linda, Doreen, honestly, Lou, Ria, Pat, Odette, Karen, Veronica, loads of you joining today. It's wonderful to have you with us. So thank you for staying. If you did join Stephanie and Mel for the show previously, do make sure to check out those baskets, because what I've got for you now is amazing. Now, the code that you want to type in is shop download. Today is just £30. It should be 40, so we've taken a tenner off. So you've got a £10 saving, and you're going to get your club discount on top of this price. Now, you have got 1,000 backgrounds from Kitten Kaboodle. This is volume 1. All workable on Minecraft Studio. So with every collection that we've ever shared with you here at Highlight Crafts that's usable on MCS, Minecraft Studio, you can use this with it. Now, what I've done is I've printed only 3 of the index sheets out from each folder, and there's tons, okay? You've got 1,000 images. So, in this one here, I'm going to show you some of the patterns. We've got marble design, okay? And I'm just going to grab a piece of paper because I've printed this out on a few different things because I saw the design and thought, I love this. This image here, I thought that's going to look amazing on so many different surfaces. So I printed it on our pure print, which looked wonderful. Look at that. I then printed it on the PET sticker sheet, which looked, honestly, it looks like actual marble because it's got that glossy top. And then I printed it onto the holographic sticker sheet as well. So you have got this result on all the different mediums, and you can create whatever it is that you desire. You might want to go for your glossy stickers like this, but then if you print it onto your paper and go with your Craftmaster foil pen, in all of these areas, you're going to get gilded foil in all of those little sections, which is just going to look unbelievable. You've got to give that a go. It's going to look immense. So this is just a brief insight as to the start of this download, because in here you can see how it spans through different colours, different patterns. Look at this, that's like water marbling that's on the surface there. You've got all of these wonderful patterns. You've also got these look great. These are like acrylic paws here at the top. Remember, you're getting 1,000 sheets in here as a download for you. A download that's going to be instant. But look at those, we start to go into different colours now. We've got reds, we've got yellows, we've got ambers. These are beautiful images inside here. Surface pattern, repeat pattern and backgrounds, floral designs. It goes through the entire lot. This is one of the biggest background downloads that focuses purely on backgrounds I have ever seen us do here. Now, we do big downloads where the stamps, scenes, all that sort of stuff and colorways. This is all backing papers. Look at that. Look at the stripes. Look at the repeat patterns you've got inside here. Every single color. Remember, you can make these any color you want them to be. You can take them into Minecraft Studio, use that color slider, drag it through, highlight it, fade it, knock it down, turn it into anything that you want at all. And it is fabulous. You've got all of these to play with. They're going to come to you instantly. There's no postage at all on something like this. And remember, I've printed out less than 5% of the content of this USB. You've got 1,000 images to play with, and it's all within one download. It's got £10 off it today as well. It's just £30, and you're going to get your Highlight Crafts club discount off that price too. So it's going to come down even further for you. So this is the main feature of the show. We're going to have a look at it on the computer as well. You're going to be able to see it in all the different colorways, and I'm going to do some demos with this as well because I've printed it again on some of my favorite substrates we do have on the show. So I'm also going to talk a bit about those substrates, because maybe you want to print them onto card, onto your holographic sticker, your rice paper, your acetates, your pure prints, whether it's printable canvas. All those different substrates are on the show for you today. But if you wanted to start on card, this is how much you would get. All of this here for you. I've printed out just a few, and these are from different colorways, and you can see there again, look at all of the colors, and this is like a rainbow inside here. As these two colors here meet in the center, this is what you could be playing with. Look how they harmonize together just so well. They are beautiful. And again, as I'm working through this, look at how the gradients of the color are rainbowed through the middle. So this means for you at home, you can craft with cards that not only match the original cardstock that you've got at home with your mats and layers, you can make complementary papers to then actually work alongside collections you've already got. And that's what I love about Minecraft Studio. So you could bring on a reflection of a collection from Two Red Robins, onto your Minecraft Studio page. Then you could get this background and colour pick it so it's the exact same colour as your reflection and make it the same design. It's all inside here for you though. It is shop download and it's just £30. With the other items we've got on the show, I'm going to come back to our download in a few moments time to give a recap for those of you who just joined us, but this is really exciting. We've got a bundle on the show before. Now I've never seen us do this before and it's amazing. So inside this, you're going to get your premium pure print, and I'll talk to you about all of these mediums in a minute. Your premium pure print, 250 GSM, you're going to have 50 sheets of that. 140 GSM, 75 sheets. And then you're also going to get your holographic sticker paper, okay? This stuff is incredible. It's a sticker sheet, it's fully printable, it's a glossy surface, okay? You get 12 sheets of them in total, but it's like a rainbowed holographic effect, which means when you print on top of it, that holographic finish comes through the surface like that. Now the beauty of this is that all of these are individually on the show for you. So you could shop for your paper, shop for your sticker, and shop for your card, but we've done a little bundle for you, and this is shop bundle. It should be £44.97, but it's just £29.98 today. So you've got a great save, and we've put it together for you to give you a bigger and better saving, but also it means that whilst you're shopping ahead for a huge download, you've got all of those papers, but then you've got all those different surfaces to print onto at the same time. So if you want to do your quintessential card making with the best possible surface print, then you're going to get your premium within that bundle as well. And you've also got your speciality product, which is your holographic sticker. And this stuff's really easy to use. You literally go straight to the corner just like this and you peel it back. In fact, let me go to this corner here because that one I trimmed a little bit. Bear with me. Let's have a look. Just like that. And you've got your sticky back straight away. It's that easy to work with. Even the other sticky side looks nice. So if it's going on glass jars, the inside of the glass looks amazing as the outside. That is shop bundle for you. It's $29.98. I think before we go and have a look at any more of our papers, should we have a look at it on the computer, Amber, and have a look and see what we've actually got inside there, because it is wonderful. I'm going to take you all with me. Okay, so this morning, and as well, ask any questions, get any questions coming in as well. It'd be wonderful to hear from you. Let's have a little look. Everyone's saying they can hear us, which is good. That's good to know, the fact that everyone can hear. Faye, good morning to you, Faye, says, can these downloads be used on Minecraft Studio? Absolutely they can. I've got Minecraft Studio on the computer here. I'm going to show you it on the PC in just a few seconds. Let's have a look. We did have a few glitches this morning. I don't know what happened. Maybe it's because the weather's changed. Who knows? Anything can cause anything. Wendy says, I have printed on the holographic sticker sheets and it's amazing. The results are so easy to print off on. Wendy, thank you so much for that comment. It really does help a lot when we get to see a lot of your feedback about the products. If any of you at home have any of our downloads or have any of the papers that you see on the show today, drop a comment and share your experience about it. Share what you enjoyed about it. Maybe you've got a tip for somebody else, because we all print these every day here at Highlight Crafts, and every now and again, for example, the rice paper. We've got this on the show, the printable rice paper, one of my favourite substrates in the world, okay? And this particular medium is also my favourite variety of rice paper. There's quite a few out there, and there's different reasons as to why some are better than others, but this one tops them all for me because it actually includes multiple qualities from different papers whilst providing a great finish at a great cost. So when you were working with these mediums all the time, and this one here is shop rice, it's $12.99 for 20 sheets. I'd been working with rice paper for a little while, and then I thought about the Kitten stencil spray and how this could help print it. So, basically you spray onto card, mount your rice paper onto the card, and it will feed through the printer. Well, when we start to work with these products every day, we're always constantly thinking, is there an easier way? Is there a better way? Is there a hack to be able to create a better and quicker result? Well, if you've got one, share it with the crowd, share it with us all, okay? And we'd love to hear from you, whether it's a tip on printing your acetate, or maybe you print your rice papers differently at home. I'd love to hear from you. So what we're going to do is have a look at the download and have a look through it and see what we've got, because this is massive, okay? Now I'm on Minecraft Studio, and Minecraft Studio doesn't come on the download, but you can download Minecraft Studio for free, okay? If you go to the website, you'll be able to search for it and find it there, and you can download the graphics program and use your own photographs in it a lot. Now, in the Kitten Kaboodle backgrounds, you've got florals, you've got geometric, patterns and textures. So I printed out about 3 of the index sheets from each one of these folders for you. And just as a brief insight, if I go into one of them here and scroll down, you have got all of those index sheets. There is tons, okay? But look at how the colour journey, the colour story carries through. So it starts with your pinks and it goes into your neutrals like this. And then we start to pick up again with different pops. And then it starts to go right through into your deeper colours. But look at that, how it's all organised together. So I'm just going to select all of these and take them off the mat. And if you wanted to select any one of them, like this, you can change the colours on every single page. And we're going to show you some traditional crafting methods with Minecraft Studio and how you can create cards with a simple background, how you can manipulate colour, create embossed effects, blur it, emboss it, all of those different things. Now taking it into your rainbow slider will instantly allow you to change the colour. Okay, so straight away now we've got a completely different tone. I'm going to bring the brightness up, but take the saturation slightly down. Now we've got a soft baby pink background opposed to the one that we started with, which was this one here. So we've now completely changed that image. So now every single paper, if you change the colour once, you've got 2,000 backgrounds. You don't have 1,000, you've got 2,000. And this is shop download. It is just £30, okay? And you've got really an infinite supply of creativity with something like this. So I'm going to take the both of these off the page and we're going to go back into our backgrounds. Now you've got geometric patterns and textures. So for example, in your textures, this is where you've got these. It's my favourite folder, all of these dreamy marbled backgrounds. Now, I'd pay £30 for just 20 designs like this, but you're paying £30 for 1,000 designs that actually span across loads of different themes. So you've got block colour as well with a faint background in there, but look at that. This design, I mean, this printed onto acetate is going to look unbelievable. But all of these, they allow you to go on to not only a card making journey to craft with, but they enable you to actually sort of think about your cards in general. So for a paper like that, for example, let's just select everything and take everything off the mat. You might be thinking, well, how does a paper like this play into card making? Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a digital punch, okay, just like this. Let's grab a square. And these digital punches are already built into Minecraft Studio. Now this has got 2 ombre sections to it with a white center. So I'm going to focus on just using one of those. So if I was to bring that in like that and keep the inner, we've now created a card blank that's got that ombre, but I've not quite centralized it. So in fact, actually I'm going to go back. Let's just undo it. And I'm going to move it down a little bit so it's more centered to the square. So that white band is running through the middle. I'm then going to bring out another one like this, and I'm going to bring that digital punch right up to the top and just use the blue section. Okay, so let's just bring that punch to the front and keep the inner of just the blue. So now I've got a page of purely that blue tone. That means that could now sit to the back, and now I've got my ombre that's framed. But if we add just a drop shadow, a blurred radius to it, we can separate the two. So you can see how you can make up multiple designs, but with one paper. One single design you can change. So let's just put that here. And then take the background, make it a little bit smaller. There we go. And now you've actually combined those two together to create almost like a 3-dimensional photo panel for you to put your images on. Again, let me take this one off the page. Okay, so I'm just going to select all and delete. And then I'm going to go into one of our marble patterns like this. This is just beautiful. Look at that. I mean, rice papers, this onto glassware on rice paper is going to look amazing. But again, gilding and foiling on top of here is what you need to do, because that will just completely transform it. Now, of course, you can go straight in and change the colour of the whole page. You can also go in and use your rainbow function to get marbling in any colour that you want as well. You could do a really interesting effect with this one, and I'm going to show you that emboss technique, because if you copy and paste this one, it's sat directly on top of one another, and you take your emboss function, let's have a little look, and I'm going to find it's just here, and then emboss it ever so slightly, but then take the opacity right down. You've got this effect where it completely three-dimensionalizes. That's not even a word, but it's one that I can use to describe it. Just the top of the page. See there how I move it back? It makes the image look like it's been run through an embossing folder. That's how cool this is. And you can do that with every single page that you've got. Oh, we've got a congratulations in the comments as well from Elspeth saying, congratulations, Andrew and his wife, on their new arrival. Yes, absolutely. Loads of you talking about it in the comments. But these papers are absolutely exquisite. Please do not miss out on these designs. And again, it's a download of 1,000 papers for £30. So let's have another look. In our patterns, inside here, we have got repetitive design. So repeat pattern, which allows you to take an image and you can copy and paste it, match them up either side, and you bring it back over just like that. And then you've created an even bigger design. So you're matching up your papers, making them larger and larger. For bigger prints, for A3 papers, whatever you want to do, you can do it. Now as you scroll through here, you'll find some papers like this have more of a sort of William Morris look and feel about them, but you can complement them all together and use them for different things. So if you wanted to make a card, a simple topper sheet out of a design like this, I would start with my basic shapes again and use a square. I'm also going to grab another basic shape and take a circle. Okay, so a basic shape circle. And then I'm going to grab this paper. Now this is card making at its simplest, finest, and its most achievable process. So if you want to make quick cards, here's a little tip on how to do it. What I'm going to do first is I'm going to make my card blank. So we're going to roughly work with a square that's around about 8 by 8, but we're going to keep the inner like this. And then what we're going to do is scale it down, and we're going to now keep the outer. Okay, so I'm lining this up so it's pretty much centralized inside that frame, and we're going to keep the outer. So now we've made our square border, just like that, okay? And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring my second design element in, and again, I'm going to copy and paste my digital punch, so I've got two of them. Keep one here to one side because I'm going to use it for my topper. I'm going to enlarge this and keep the inner, okay, and bring that now into the card. So you're starting to build up all of these elements of design. Also inside here, in your digital punches of your basic shapes, you've got triangles, you've got all different segments and shapes which you can fit into all of these areas. So for one like this, I can see how that would fit just in there, okay? So again, I'm going to take that paper, bring that out, okay, and press copy so I can automatically duplicate it. Bring my punch to the front, and then I'm going to keep the inner, move to one side, and then press paste, which brings the image back. Here we go, and order send to the back, and again, punch it, keep the inner, and now we're creating all of our mats for that same card, and it's as easy as this. This is how you can use these backgrounds for your card making. So I'm going to grab one more, keep the inner, and the reason why I'm not multiplying my digital punch and doing it is it will only allow me to do it with one of them at the same time. So I wouldn't be able to actually select multiple things to cut at once. There we go. So keep the inner, which now means I've got all of these to pop inside here. So we use all of our functions to rotate, change the size, change the scale slightly. I'm going to make the circle a little bit smaller in the middle. I'm then going to flip this one vertically, and I'm also going to flip it here horizontally and bring that down. And then I'm also going to bring this one here and flip it vertically. There we go, just like that. And then with our one in the center, we could then bring our digital punch in again here to the front to make our topper. So let's bring that just right through. And I'm going to keep that border almost a similar width to the one that we've got with the square, a little bit smaller, and keep the outer like that. So I've got this little square that's just appeared there. So what I'm going to do is, I don't know where that's come from, but I'm going to try and just punch that again. There we go. So it just kept that little square corner in. And then all we're going to do is go straight into our text, which is already built into Minecraft Studio. So I'm going to add text here to the center, and that could be anything that you want to type. So I'm going to go underneath, just like that. Okay, I'm going to centralize my text so it's in the middle. There we go. I don't know what that line there is at the front. And then I'm going to take the border width down like this and enlarge my text. Now that is quick and simple card making from one background, okay? We have used one background there to create an entire card with. And it was quick and easy, super simple to do. And you can do that with any of these. Now I'm going to quickly go back over to the download itself that we've got printed out so you can see it in all its entirety again. But that is so easy to do. And all I've used there is shapes. A card is made from shapes. Whether it's got flowers, whether it's got images on there, they are all shapes, okay? So again, we're going to have a look at those 1000 backgrounds for you. This here is your Kitten Kaboodle Design Volume 1, okay? 1000 images, all different colorways in here. I was flicking through just a few of these indexes a few moments ago, and you can see a true insight into all of these. I mean, these are luxury papers inside here. Visualize these on your favorite substrates, your favorite printables. They're going to look incredible, and this is building up your stash. It's building up your archive. So you've got multiple designs to work with, multiple images to play with. This is wonderful. It is honestly beautiful. So we've got all the different colors in here, different chevron designs, diamonds, harlequins, tartans, pinstripes, all of it, okay? And it just keeps on going. It never ends. And this is a sort of collection where when you look at something like this and you look into the detail and you see all those different patterns, all those different designs, whether it's florals, butterflies, all of it, this is where, of course, you can play with it and you can absolutely have fun with this. So you've got all of this here to play with, and it's £30 for 1000 pages. For 1000 pages, all of that, unbelievable. We're going to have a look down our counter and have a look at a few other items that we've got for you because we've got some great ones, okay? We had a look at our bundle, so just a brief recap on this one. Inside here, you're getting your premium pure print, 250 GSM, which is our highest resolution print, gives you your strongest, boldest print. Just to compare here, I printed out the very same design on a few different things. Now I printed this one here, let's have a look, onto, I think it's this one actually, onto standard paper. It's a standard copier sheet, okay? This was your, well, this one here I think is actually a 140 of your pure. Should I correct myself? Look at the premium. Look at the difference that creates. Look at the depth of colour on here, the definition, opposed to this one. It really brings all of the colour out, and it's because all of those paper fibres are so much tighter, they're much shorter, they don't allow the ink to spread, so it stays far more intense. The pigmentation and of course the intensity of that ink isn't being dispersed through all of those different fibres, diluting it down, softening it. It stays strong, it stays bold. If you visualise yourself printed on shrink plastic, and you get that lovely image, but when you shrink it, the image goes like this, and you go, wow, the colours are much darker, they're much stronger, they're much bolder. It's because all of it is grouped together, so it's a more intense pool of paint or ink, whatever you want to call it, and that is the difference between qualities of paper. Now, premium pure print here, you're going to get 250 GSM, 50 sheets of this one. Your premium pure print 140 GSM, 75 sheets there we have for you as well in this bundle. Both of those, usually individually about $14.99, but you're also going to get a pack of your holographic sticker sheet inside this bundle. A4 sheets, fully printable. When you are printing these though, just make sure you're printing onto glossy or photo settings. And with this, it peels off. In fact, I've got some glassware I'm going to stick this onto in a few moments' time. Peels off, it's self-adhesive. If you want it to be washable, just make sure you're going to varnish it to keep it in place like you do with your vinyls. But all of that's going to come to you, one combined bundle price together of £29.98. I know, right? That is amazing. We're now going to move on and have a little look at our different printables here. We've got your pure print, 75 sheets here. So this is shop 50, it's £12.99. You're going to get inside here 75 sheets of what is our premium range of printable cardstock, but it's also one that's utilised a lot for all of the card making for your backs, sort of like your backbone of your cards, so your card shapes individually. So with the template show that was on just before this, I've got later on. And in that show, what I'm going to be doing is making the card shapes, but from this, okay? Because this is what gives you structure. It gives you integrity to your cards. It holds the form. It retains the shape. This is what you need, okay? So that is 250 GSM pure print, okay? It also still prints beautifully. Here as well, we've got the 140 GSM weight of this one. So it's their identical product, but it's a thinner substrate, okay? So when you're printing something like this, it's great for your decoupage if you don't want to add too much weight to a project, but you still want to add quality and colour to it. So Mel's preference is using this one with the scan and cut. So whenever Mel is using decoupage or printed sheets on her scan and cut, she always uses 140 GSM for all of her decoupage, her paper flowers, that sort of thing. It's much lighter, and this is the one that's recommended for use on the scan and cut mat as well as die cutting. Your premium ranges we don't suggest to be used on your scan and cut mat because it's that slick and that smooth. It will want to stick to the mat and you might struggle to get it off, okay? As well, we also have for you the printable acetate. This one here is shop acetate. It's $14.99. You're going to get 25 sheets in total. Now your printable acetate, fabulous surface to work on too. This one is your lighter weight, so it's not your construction. Because it's designed to go through the printer, there's a correct side to print onto. You may have all heard the funny story of how I used to think it was printed, but all you need to do is take an alcohol marker, put a dot on one side. If it rubs off, that's the side you don't print onto and you print onto the other. If it doesn't rub off, that's the printable side, okay? And if you do want to get that off, just use a bit of hand sanitizer and you can remove it that way. But the slicker, shinier side is the one that you print onto. You're going to get 25 sheets of that in total inside here for you today. That's shop acetate. Brilliant price of $14.99. Again, the printable rice paper. This is suitable for laser and inkjet, whereas your acetate we recommend for inkjet only. The reason for that is with laser printers, they can get quite hot, and you want to put plastic through a printer that gets a higher temperature. You know, when you've printed quite a lot of paper sometimes and it feels really warm, like hot off the press, that kind of thing. So this here is your printable rice paper. You're going to get 20 sheets in total. It's all A4. This is the exact same paper that we share with you in our printed variety. So yesterday, if you joined myself and Mel for the show where we had our printed papers from Lilac Haze and Strawberries and Cream and that sort of collection, this is the same stuff, but just in an A4 configuration. It's brilliant because it's machine washable, it's dishwasher safe, it's also weatherproof when used with the Cadence glues. Okay, so that there for you is 20 sheets in total, and that is just $12.99, that's shop rice. We have the decoupage paper here for you. Now this is shop paper. This, I mean, we can see we've been playing with all of this inside here. This is about 170 GSM in weight. You get approximately 100 sheets inside here, and it's an incredibly soft paper, okay? It's like porcelain smooth soft inside here. It's great for printing on your reflections for your SVGs and your die cuts or your backgrounds. Now, what you get with this is an incredibly soft and smooth finish. It feels like a porcelain tile, okay? It is so literally ceramic soft finish with something like this. The colours as well, they're not drawn back, they're softer, okay? And when you print it onto this, I would also advise using your photo paper settings because it has a slight sort of satin finish to it. You can hear it, so you can hear that finish. You're going to want it to set on a surface like that, and of course when it's not as porous, your ink can stay suspended so the ink heads and your printer will know what to do. So make sure you print that onto a photo setting. That is just $12.99 for shop paper. We now have for you as well your Craftmaster sticker bundle. Now in your sticker bundle, you're going to get, for shop sticker $11.99, you're going to get your clear, your white and your matte, okay? So you're going to get your matte white and your glossy white. The difference of that, of course, is that one is going to be non-reflective, the other is going to have that lovely sort of sheen to it, which gives you a completely different finish, but it's one that you may want to achieve on your projects. They are both white. The back end of one just looks slightly off-white inside there. But those are your two packs, and in each one of those packs, you're going to be getting 10. So you're getting 20 sticker sheets in total. And then finally for you, we have got your PET sheets. Now these things are fabulous, and I say things, these incredible substrates. I love this stuff. It's sold out multiple times. It's a print your own sticker, but it's a translucent sticker. So the difference between your Craftmaster sticker sheets is that it's a white background, okay, like you're printing onto a piece of paper that's adhesive, whereas this stuff is transparent. So when you peel it off the backing like this, let me find one, a corner for me to work with, there we go. It's completely see-through, okay, so you've got the actual window of image. Now we're going to use this in a few moments on some glassware, but that is shop clear. It's $12.99. It's your PET 6-pack of your printable sticker paper. Thank you so much for joining me today. It's wonderful to have your company. Let's have a look. Wendy says, I have managed to print on the rice paper. Now I just need to attach a candle. Oh, great, Wendy, especially if you're going to do that. Just make sure not to use glue. You just want to wrap it around and heat it from the outside. What I like to do with that, and I think it works the best, is that with your printed rice paper, say this is rice paper, that's your candle. Get your stencil spray and spray it onto the back of the print, okay, so onto the back of the rice paper, and then take it around the candle like this, Okay, cut it to size, make sure to trim off. I usually leave it just a little bit longer, and the stencil spray will allow it to stick temporarily, which means you can take your heat gun to it and slowly move it around, and you'll see the wax start to melt through the rice paper, and it will seal the whole thing in. Now just put the heat across the bottom of the candle for about 20 to 30 seconds, and then fold all of that in, and it will all stick and wrap around the base of the candle, and it looks like it's been shrink wrapped. It's wonderful. That's a great tip for that one, so definitely I would advise trying that. So with your PET sticker sheets, if you do want to go around something like glass, there's a few things that you can do. And what I'm going to do is just check the size of this, and we're going to trim it down, okay? So with the sticker sheets, just going to pop some bits and bobs to one side. Just having a look at this, you've got, with your printer, and every printer is different. My inkjet printer that I have, it prints about a centimetre border at the bottom of the design, which is okay, but you always want to take that into account when you're measuring what size of project it is that you're covering, because sometimes it can make a difference. So I'm just going to do a little snip, okay, with my scissors. There we go. So I can see just there is where I want to work. I'm going to do a teeny tiny little snip. There we are, just like that. And where that snip is, I'm then going to create a fold, okay? And this is using that PET sheet, okay? Wonderful, all the way around. And then I've created a score line, which I can now follow with my scissors. You could use your ruler and a scalpel if you wanted to. I don't know why I've done it there. My cut line's there. Let me do that again. Completely missed it. There we go. Unless I've done two cut lines. Let's check them height. No, all good to go. There we are. So fold that over. I'm using the paper side to burnish down, so I'm not encouraging my finger to sort of create friction on the surface of that lovely glossy paper. It doesn't smudge or doesn't spread, but this is just a better way to be able to get the best results. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut along that score line. Here we go. Like that. Wonderful. And then what I want to do now is just check the overall wraparound width of this, because otherwise we'll have quite a big overlap. And I can see it just about reaches there. On one of these glass jars as well, you'll find them on the website. They're fabulous. I love these. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to trim. There we are, like that. So I just need a slight trim down here with our PET, just like that. So fold it in. So I'm folding and burnishing on the paper side. It just feels sort of rubbing down on that plastic side. Feels a bit strange. This just works better. There we go. And trim all the way across here. As well, don't go anywhere after this show, because I do have the airbrush hour coming up, and I've got a brand new cleaning product on there for your airbrush tool. I cannot wait for you to see it. It is amazing. So what I'm going to do is peel that back, and what I'm going to do first is just fold back a small section of it like that, okay? So I'm not going to peel the whole thing, and then I'm working with this giant sticker that's going to be quite tricky. And with these, they're great because they don't roll. I'm going to just pop it so it's in line with one of the sort of geometric angles like that. And then we start to pull back the sticker sheet underneath really slowly, just like that. And if you wanted to have a go with your Cadence marbling paints, but you were a bit hesitant to try it, do something like this first, give it a go, and then look at that. Okay, so anywhere around the top, just crimp those in. You can use a heat gun, and it will allow you to actually heat that up, and it goes very, very soft. There we are. So I'm just tightening those edges. Use your finger to really burnish that down like with vinyl. There we are, all the way over, and look at that. Look how cool that looks. Isn't that amazing? And you've wrapped that with your PET sticker sheets. Now you could put a light inside here. Do I have a light on this iPad? Oh, I think I do. There we go. So if I turn that this way around and put that on there like that, you can see you've got the light inside it. How cool does that look? I'll put something behind, maybe. There we are, and you can see that that's lit up and illuminated from the inside. So you can use your PET sheets on glassware. You can use it onto plates, onto the side of glass plates. You could use it on decor around your home, but these are fabulous. And that's with one of the designs from our download. That download again for you, it is shop download. I'm going to turn that light off though, because it's going to drain the battery. That shop download is just £30 for 1,000 sheets. We're going to have a look at it again in a second. I'm just going to read a few comments as well. Let's have a look. Wendy Corbett says, can you do the same with holographic on the jar? Do you know what? Let's try it. Don't see why not. So I've printed the holographic sticker here. So what I'm going to do is, because you can remove these, I'm going to peel it back like this, okay, and I'm going to get the carrier sheet for it to be able to reuse the sticker, so we can put it back on if we want to, just like that. So I'm unraveling it, there we go. I've put it back onto the carrier sheet, which means we can reuse the PET sheet, so it's still sticky, very sticky indeed, but it's not left any sticky residue at all on the glassware. That's what I love about this stuff. It doesn't leave a mess behind. So all I need to do is cut this to be the same size. So I'm going to run, we're down here because now I've got like a template for it, and I think that's probably the better size to use. So Wendy, let's give it a go. Let's see what it looks like. And this is all the more reason to get in the comments and ask, because if you don't ask, you don't know. But it's nice to be able to have a look and see what it's going to be transformed into. And I'm going to trim that just here. So now I've got the holographic ready to have a go with. Oh, let's have a look. Lorraine says, I'm going to get the holographic on my jars this morning. Fabulous. Give it a go. I'd love to see them when they're done. Make sure to keep sharing those pictures. As Wendy did yesterday, she sent in a picture of her plate that she'd made, and we started the gallery wall in the studio. So if you want to get involved, send your makes to help@Highlight Crafts, and just pop in the description of the email for the gallery wall, and then we'll start adding them in there. Okay. So what I'm going to do, and I'll start trying to frame them as well. I've lined that up again. I'm going to start rolling round. Oh my goodness, look at this. This looks wonderful. Fold that all the way over, and towards the bottom, crimp it down. There we are. Just going to fold that in. And again, if you use a heat gun on this, it like shrinks a little bit. It wraps it around, like it vacuum packs it. That there looks super funky. Look at that. Doesn't that look nice? All those different geometric angles as well looks really cool. And then what you could do is mirror spray on the inside of it up here. So you've got that silver effect on the top. You could do loads with this. Just going to really briefly and very quickly, that is Shop Hollow for $14.99 if you just want the holographic papers on their own. They're all unprinted, but they're holographic in finish and effect for you. You're going to get 12 sheets in total for that. But if you want to get it in the bundle, that's another great way to get a hold of it, because you're getting a massive saving on there. $29.98 is going to get you a holographic paper like this, your sticker paper, and you're also going to get 250 and 140 GSM. For any of you joining us who are thinking 140, 250 GSMs, what does that all mean? It's the thickness and weight of the card. It means one's much more heavy and durable, and one is more, should I say, flexible, it's softer and it's thinner, so it's lighter weight. Great for curling, great for your decoupage, for shaping, making flowers with, that sort of thing, so it's a more delicate touch. Also, it's the preferred paper as well if you're going to be die cutting for your top layer, so it doesn't have a white edge around it. So there's lots of tips and advantages of both of those, plus that holographic at the same time. Now here for you, just as a brief and gentle reminder before we go back over to the PC and have a look, before our show winds up, we've got 1000 backgrounds launching today for you. Brand new archive show that we've got. So we've delved into the archives, we've got all of this artwork for you. It is exquisite. There's 1000 sheets in total. You've got tartan patterns, background patterns. You can see I focused on using this one on those holographic sheets just a few moments ago, and it's only £30. It's only £30 for 1000 images, 1000 pieces of artwork that you can make and sell with, add to your library of downloads. Maybe it's a card that you're going to create and you just want a gift tag to go with it. Maybe it's going to be the wrapping paper. I've got quite a lot of big birthdays coming up this year in our family and amongst our friends. I'm going to be delving into these downloads for those cards. It saves you a lot of money, it saves you time, but it also allows you to be creative to complete those tasks that you have ahead of you. And again, with something like that, it goes through all ages, all themes, all seasons as well, because you could take one like this and make it greens and reds if you want to do for Christmas. Then you've got your Christmas tartans, but you've also got a wonderful lilac one which would work great for different times of the year as well. I'm loving all of these colours that we've got going on around here. Again, think about it. These could be on rice papers on items in your home. This would look lovely as a set of plates or mugs. Always take the paper out and utilise it for something it wasn't traditionally designed for. And that's where I think you start to really see the true concept and the true value for money with this particular style of artwork. Now I've printed off here only 3 index sheets, only 3 of them, from each collection. I think there's over 20 index sheets in each collection. So I've printed off there less than 5% of what you're getting in that entire collection. Okay, you're getting so much so that if you were to print all of it out, okay, if you were to print every single design off there on an A4 sheet, you're looking at how much you would physically get right there. This is 1,000 pieces of paper, 500 in each stack there. And if you were to print that out, that's what you would get. And you would just keep on going with all of your crafting, creating fabulous designs, lots of imagery to play with. But again, you've got it all in one download. And downloads are great. They're instant. There's something that you don't have to wait for other than the downloading part, which takes, what, a minute, if that? Store it on a USB, store it on your computer, download it, have it there to keep. It'll stay in your account and you can take it with you anywhere then. And that's all the exciting part of downloads here at Highlight Crafts. So should we have a look at it on our computer again? Just as a little brief insight for you. It is £30. It should be 40. We've taken £10 off it for you today, which is fabulous. Oh, in fact, we've got some more comments as well. Let's have a little look. Oh, Marina says, congratulations to them both. Yep, big shout out to Andrew as well. Wendy says, oh, I like that holographic on the jar. Something else I've got to have a go at. Will make a good pen jar. It will. Keep all your pens and paintbrushes in here. Oh, it'd be great for like wooden spoons, that kind of thing. Oh, Lorraine says, I've sent my painting in yesterday for the gallery wall, David. Fabulous, Lorraine. I will ask them about that one. Hopefully it's come through. Oh, Wendy says, thank you for using the holographic on the jar. Not a problem, Wendy. Whatever anybody asks, if I've got it here with me, I will give it a go and share with you. And if not, I will try and remember to do it on a later show so that you can all see the tips and techniques and anything you're wanting to learn. Oh, Sarah Jane Kennedy says, David, you sound like you have a sniffle. Maybe from being on the plane. They say you don't get colds from recycled air, but I know lots of people who are unwell after flying. That's really true. In fact, all it is, Sarah, is hay fever. That's literally all it is. Some days it's good, some days it's bad, but today it's a rough day for hay fever. I think it's because it's cooler and it rains, and everyone always seems to think that when it rains it's much better, but actually it brings it all down from the atmosphere where it's all floating around, and if you get out in the rain, it sticks to you. So I'm showering like 3 times a day. Second I get in from work, as soon as I get through the front door, it's clothes in the wash, straight for a shower, and that's it after I've watered the plants. But that's literally it. Well, I hope it is anyway, because I don't feel unwell. It's just hay fever. But thank you for mentioning. But no, last time me and Mel went to Cadence and went to Turkey, we were on the plane on the way back, and the aircon. It was really. Do you know sometimes, I don't know if anyone else gets this, if you're in a room with aircon on for a long time, if you're breathing in through your nose, it kind of gives you a headache because you're constantly breathing in such cold air. It gives you like a nose headache, and it's like all in here in your eyes, that bit. And the aircon from the guys in the front and in the back, it was blowing really strong, like proper cold air. And I was like, oh, well, I won't get a cold, because it's just, no, trust me, everyone on that plane was coughing. And then a few days later, me and Mel had what could only be the mother of all colds, and it floored us both, and we spent Christmas poorly. But that was like the 8th of December, so it lasted a fair while. But no, thank you, Sarah. Hay fever, that's all it is. Tried every method, tried every remedy. Every year I always do, and it helps, but it doesn't get rid of it. But hey ho. You'd think as well, wouldn't you, in this day and age, we'd be able to do something about hay fever, but I guess too many people make too much money from hay fever tablets, so I don't know. Right, okay, what we're going to do now is have a look inside here and go through some of our patterns again, sharing with you some wonderful designs, but we could do a really funky one with those textures, the marbling ones. Now, look at that. It's like a paint swirl on top. So let's use one of our lovely marble designs like this, okay? And again, inside here, you can create all those different textures, all those different techniques. Now, there is functions inside Minecraft Studio that create swirls, which allow you to literally warp the image. So it means that marble, you could ever so slightly distort. I mean, you could go all the way and create something completely different like that, which does look rather interesting. But you could do loads of different effects with it. Look at this, how you're now creating a central point and adding so many layers to it, like that. So now you could then take a digital punch, your basic shapes, and you could crop that with, let's have a look. If I squeeze it down a little bit, we could make it circular. And then, if we go back to our basic shapes, you could crop this out for a really interesting looking topper for a card. So keep the inner of that one. And look at that. Look at that, how that has completely changed it. So that punched out and cropped the background of it. looks really unique. So something very different that you could work with. So let's stay with this one, shall we? What I'm going to do with it is I'm going to get another piece of backing paper out. Could be anything at all. And what I'm going to do, in fact, that's lovely. It looks like all oxidized sheet metal on there. I'm going to bring the brightness right up. I'm going to take a digital punch. In fact, actually, let's just match it the same size. That might be a little bit quicker. So I'm just going to go up to the edge like that and put a piece of white card essentially behind it. Okay. And then I'm just going to bring that up there. And we're going to group those two pieces now together. So that's grouped as one. Microsoft Studio sees that as one file. I'm then going to, let's have a look, I'm going to paste this and I'll make it bright white. I'm now going to punch that again with our basic shapes using a circle. Let's see what happens when we do this. There we are, perfect. And then pop that in the center like this. And then I'm going to just line that up. You've got so many different plaques as well inside here. So you've got your happy birthday, your best wishes, not Beth's wishes, who's Beth? And then we've got all of these. So if I grab one like that and take out one of the papers again and show you how this works, this is really interesting. This is how fun it can be just to sit and craft with a brand new download, but all of the tools that Minecraft Studio has to offer. So if let's enlarge this one, I'm going to crop it from there, so keep the inner. And then what all we need to do now is we can use this as one whole plaque, but sometimes I like to go in and crop it. So I'm going to crop it from the top like that, and from the bottom of the design, like this, and in from the edge, like that. There we go. And then if we bring our card back in, just like that, I'm then going to make the text just a little bit flatter, a little bit shorter, and then we're going to see what it's like with a blurred radius around it, because this will add a bit of definition just to all of the edges. There we go, like that. And then group all of that there together. Again, remember, I've only used two papers for this one. We're now going to dip back in to this one here. I'm going to make it a little bit darker as well. I'm going to send that to the back, and then we're going to frame the whole project. Okay, now I'm looking at this thinking, well, I need the map for that circle as well. So I'm going to bring that down and scale it up from the bottom of the image like this. There we go. And then if I get another one of those pages out just here, I don't know where this show's gone, all of a sudden it's almost the end. I'm now going to bring this here to the front, digitally punch that out to keep the inner, and then that circle there, let's have a look. I'm just going to, let's ungroup those sections, ungroup that, bring that here, bring that there, pop that there, and take this down a little bit, bring that forward, and now look, we've now created a perfect map for that oval, and the sentiment can go there and then just come straight to the front, and then we've got our birthday wishes on a card that actually was created from one design. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining me today. I've had so much fun. We've worked with wonderful papers, brand new designs here at Highlight Crafts from the archive. All I need to say to you now is don't forget to check out those baskets, okay? I'm going to be coming up for you in about 5 minutes' time with the airbrush show with brand new pieces of equipment and some tips and techniques to take you on the way. I'm really looking forward to it. So let's see if I can unblock it since Stephanie last used it. Take care, everyone. Bye.